I'm Julia Sondu, showing you where development is happening. Please come and join us. US partners launch additional strikes against Houthi military targets. US and partner forces launched additional defensive strikes against military targets in Houthi-controlled parts of Yemen yesterday, aimed at further diminishing the group's capabilities. The joint strikes were the second round of precision strikes to be carried out by the US and United Kingdom, with support from Australia, Bahrain, Canada and the Netherlands, in response to a series of attacks launched by the Iran-backed group against commercial ships operating in the Red Sea. The latest round of US-led strikes included 8 Houthi targets, including an underground storage site and locations associated with the rebel group's missile and air surveillance capabilities. They follow similar joint strikes on January 11th by the US-led coalition targeting command and control nodes, munitions depots, launching systems, production facilities and air defense radar systems used by the Houthis to carry out attacks against vessels operating in international waters. These precision strikes are intended to disrupt and degrade the capabilities that the Houthis use to threaten global trade and the lives of innocent mariners, and are in response to a series of illegal, dangerous and destabilizing Houthi actions since our coalition strikes on January 11th, including anti-ship ballistic missile and unmanned aerial system attacks that struck 2 US-owned merchant vessels, the partner nations said in a joint statement following the strikes. The US has also launched several unilateral strikes against Houthi capabilities, posing imminence to vessels operating in the region following the January 11th joint strikes. In a briefing to reporters following yesterday's joint strikes, US defense officials said that while battle damage assessments were ongoing, they assessed that the latest strikes were successful in further degrading Houthi capabilities. The officials further underscored the importance of securing peace and stability in the Red Sea. These assaults, notably the unprecedented use of anti-ship ballistic missiles, have significantly disrupted the free flow of commerce and navigational rights in one of the globe's most critical waterways, an official said. The official added that the Houthi attacks have led to more than 14 shipping companies ceasing operations in the Red Sea, severely impacting global commerce and regional economies. The strikes signaled that the Biden administration intends to wage a sustained and, at least for now, open-ended campaign against the Iran-backed group that has disrupted traffic in vital international sea lanes. The strikes, the 8th in nearly 2 weeks, hit multiple targets at each site, and were bigger and broader than a recent series of more limited attacks against individual Houthi missiles that the Americans said popped up on short notice. Those missiles were hit before they could be fired at ships in the Red Sea or the Gulf of Aden. But the planned nighttime strikes on Monday, which hit radars, as well as drone and missile sites and underground weapons storage bunkers, were smaller than the first retaliatory salvos on January 11th. Those hit more than 60 targets in nearly 30 sites across Yemen, in an expansion of the conflict in the Middle East that the Biden administration had sought to avoid. This middle ground reflects the administration's attempt to chip away at the Houthis' ability to menace merchant ships and military vessels, but not hit so hard as to kill large numbers of Houthi fighters and commanders, and potentially unleash even more mayhem into a region already teetering on the edge of a wider war. Let us reiterate our warning to Houthi leadership. We will not hesitate to defend lives and the free flow of commerce in one of the world's most critical waterways in the face of continued the American and British governments said in a statement. They were joined in the statement by the Netherlands, Australia, Canada and Bahrain, which, as they did in the January 11th strikes, also participated, providing logistics, intelligence and other support, according to US officials. Taken together, however, the US-led strikes, in an operation the military calls Poseidon Archer, have so far failed to deter the Houthis from attacking shipping lanes to and from the Suez Canal that are critical for global trade. The Iran-backed group says it will keep up its attacks in what it says is a protest against Israel's military campaign in Gaza against Hamas. Indeed, the Houthis remained defiant on Monday after the strikes by carrier-based Navy FA-18 fighter jets, Tomahawk cruise missiles and British Typhoon warplanes. Retaliation against American and British attacks is inevitable, and any new aggression will not go unpunished, a Houthi military spokesman, Yahya Sarriya, said in a statement before the latest American strikes. The Houthis claimed on Monday to have attacked an American military cargo ship, Ocean Jazz, in the Gulf of Aden, but the White House and Pentagon denied such an assault had happened. President Biden said on Thursday that U.S. airstrikes against the Houthis would continue. Are they stopping the Houthis? No, Mr. Biden said. Are they going to continue? Yes. On Sunday, John Feiner, a deputy national security advisor, offered a glimpse into the administration's emerging strategy toward the Houthis forged in several high-level White House meetings in recent days, senior U.S. officials said. They have stockpiles of advanced weapons provided to them in many cases, or enabled to them in many cases, by Iran, Mr. Feiner said on ABC News this week. We are taking out these stockpiles so that they will not be able to conduct as many attacks over time. That will take time to play out. The American-led air and naval strikes began in response to more than 24 Houthi drone and missile attacks against commercial shipping in the Red Sea since November. The administration and several allies had repeatedly warned the Houthis of serious consequences if the salvos did not stop. But two U.S. officials cautioned a few days after the air campaign began that despite hitting more Houthi missile and drone targets but with more than 150 precision-guided munitions, the strikes had damaged or destroyed only about 20 to 30% of the Houthis' offensive capability, much of which is mounted on mobile platforms and can be readily moved or hidden. A third senior official said on Monday that figure may have crept up to 30 to 40% after at least 25 to 30 precision-guided munitions successfully hit their targets on Monday. But other U.S. intelligence officials who have been briefed on the size and scope of the Houthis' arsenal say analysts are not sure how much weaponry the group started with. American and other Western intelligence agencies have not spent significant time or resources in recent years collecting data on the location of Houthi air defenses, command hubs, munitions depots and storage and production facilities for drones and missiles, the officials said. That changed quickly after the Hamas attacks in Israel on October 7th, and the Houthi attacks on commercial ships a month later. U.S. analysts have been rushing to catalogue more potential Houthi targets every day, the officials said. That effort yielded many of the targets hit on January 11th and on Monday, officials said. The key is we have to hurt the Houthis to a degree that they'll stop, General Kenneth F. McKenzie Jr., a retired head of the military's Central Command, said in an interview. We haven't done that yet. This is the end of our program today. See you on Intervlog same time tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you for watching Intervlog. Thank you.